Okay, starting time back on this one. We were working on this mechanic shop. So you don't have to do anything here to set up. But what you do is so you come here to, actually no, you don't do it there. You do it at the parking spaces. So I can't remember for sure. I remember that I thought you could set it here before, but maybe not. And honestly, it doesn't actually matter. So I want to pick this space block. Oh, I'm in the wrong, so maybe I can do it from there if I just get in the right. Yeah, here we go. If the quality is less than or equal to good, then send it to the repair workshop. So we have to do that with every one of these things. So if the quality is less than or equal to good, send to the repair workshop. So basically what I'm saying here is it has to be better than good, or it doesn't get the okay. And then it has to go to the repair workshop where it will be made better. So this puts more work on the drivers because they're the ones who have to do all the shuttling. And then down here, as a fail-safe, we say if the quality is not equal to good, then send to the repair workshop. And then you can see some of the other options. So you can say only with this kind of car is allowed here, and so on and so forth. So you can like make a lot where vehicles can't be sold. You can't control where vehicles are parked though. So this is pretty limited in usefulness. What I would like to do is I would like to be able to create a collector's lot, so you can have a car that you want sent there, not by blueprint, but you can be like, you know, the first of this model that I made and whatever. You can kind of collect them in a lot. If you have one of those really big spaces for this game, that is awesome. So what will happen is we'll watch the drivers. What's the quality on this? Very good, so it'll pass. This one's good, so this one should end up in the repair shop. So let's see what happens. But yeah, like along here to have a collector lot where it's just cars that I want to keep. Now you could do that by just making individual spaces. So it goes to the mechanic shop, bunch of stuff happens, comes back out, and look at that, it's excellent. That's kind of what this is for. Ups your total average quality, which should greatly improve your sales and allow you to bump up what you're charging, I think. So, yeah, that's how that works. And that's why I wanted it. And honestly, I really should have been trying to get that way earlier. But yeah, I would like to be able to collect, because eventually on your tech tree, on your vehicle tech tree, which I think is here, yeah, you can get to some pretty iconic models that look like, you know, the Volkswagen Beetle and the original Willys Jeep, stuff like that. I mean, all of these are based on actual vehicles from the past. Which ones they are exactly, I couldn't tell you. This one is obviously the first Mercedes-Benz. This, I'm not totally sure what that's from. A lot of vehicles looked like this at that point in time. This kind of looks like, to me, one of the early Cadillacs, but it could also be an American, which were kind of new and popular at the time. This one's hard to pinpoint because there's, again, a lot of vehicles that look like that. I don't think, it's definitely not the Ford Model T, so this is something else. This kind of looks like the early Cadillacs, but it also looks like a lot of the other early cars. So there's a ton of them. And then when this research is done, this is early Roadster. There were a handful of these at that same period. Open wheel was kind of was not a new thing, but was a fun thing at the time. It was associated with racing. So yeah, I'm kind of an automotive buff. But all right, so we're seeing sales. We're seeing vehicles that are getting repaired, which is cool. I'll see if we get any kind of stacking happening as cars get built, so that our drivers can't keep up. So far, I think 2 drivers will be able to keep up with everything, but you never know. Especially once these are automated, and so they're faster in production, and you can stack production, so you can have several of these pads as you progress. So that just comes from right here. So that moves it from 2 to 4. So there you go. We don't really need that right now, but that's a thing. I think our next goal will be maybe figure out how to add that last sales slot, and yeah, and then we'll start seeing how much we can speed up production. So let's fiddle with this building a little bit and see what we can do for adding another sales space. So we could do this, right? Which oddly, I can't get these two. There we go. So now my alley's pretty narrow, so I'm kind of like thinking I need to do that, and then yeah, we should definitely do that. So I think that's enough space. Judging by what we've got here, that's enough space for another slot. So that's cool. Now, where's our sales? $4,000. Wow. Well, so now we have the expansion ready. Doesn't mean we have to use it right away. I kind of want to add a door right here too. Yeah. It just feels like that's needed. Some sort of easier exit to get to where the cars are parked. So I'm going to do that. Okay. So that's set. And then I don't think we set ourselves up to build anything else. So the dismantling workshop is probably the next one, just because then we can designate super bad cars just end up here. But I don't know. And then a shredder station, no, but generators we're going to need, so that's going to be another big one because we're already using 16 power. And generators mean you get to have that power for free, more or less. So let's do the tech tree for generators. 5,000. Wow, I didn't realize it was that expensive. That's okay. That's where we need to be doing stuff. I feel like I could add another parking spot here if I got rid of this tree. Oh, that's a pretty blue. Yeah. So, cost of a generator. Let's find out what that is. I'm thinking over here is where we would add them. So, whoops. Steam generator, $500. So let's what's over here that it's not letting me? Huh. Out of bounds. Interesting. So you can see just one generator jumped our power generation up. So I'm going to leave that thing as the only one for now, because now we're in the green. We're producing more than we're using. So yeah. That's kind of a cool bonus. I didn't realize they made that much. So that's a savings over time because we were spending, I think it was 5 per on the buying it from the town. still in build mode. Now I want to look at, so while we're sitting here, what is my production maximum production? Yeah, see, I had to buy this, I remembered. Okay. I'm going to wait on that for a little bit. It would make production faster, but it also means I have to spend more money on employees. I think until I have some automation, I don't need to go past this couple that I have. Let's see. To get to automation, I have to do this. Kind of bleeding money for some. Oh, there we go. I made a couple sales. It's like, why am I all of a sudden almost broke? So you can see this vehicle is going in for repair. That's cool. So assembly objects. So we can do some objects that speed things up and improve quality. Basic tools, hangar worker speed bonus 10%. I'm thinking like that's the kind of upgrades. So I kind of want each of the stations, I think, to have one of these. Yeah. I feel like with what I'm doing down here, I don't really want to spend more money because I feel like the quality is being taken care of with the setup we have here. This is lame. Where's all my drivers? He's just over there. FO. Oh, that's mechanic. There's the other driver. I almost feel like I need one more driver. Got the hiring capacity for it. I think I will do it. We got a level 3 guys. There we go. And one more driver. Help move vehicles a little easier. I like this scan thing because I mean it's 1890 and you have this like laser scanning looking thing. That's kind of funny. I'm wondering, so this should be going to the shop, but another car just went to the shop. So I'm wondering if I do need to add a couple of holding spaces, like maybe up here. That might not be a terrible plan. But, I don't know, there's no way to like, is there? I don't think there's a way to designate. Let me go look at the current ones. I don't think there's a way to like force that. Get out of this. Limit the quality. There we go. So I can say it has to be from poor to good. Yeah, so I'll do that. I'll put a couple spots up here. I don't know if it will force it. Oh, we're done with this one. What do we call it? We call it the 2-Seat Dream. That's a good name. I would buy a car with a name like that. Okay, and that's Next tier. Wow. We're on tier 6. Okay, so before I start worrying about extra parking spots, let's try an unknown this time. And then I gotta figure out where I want to build that one. I'm thinking the 4-seater is done. So I'm thinking we end production on the 4-seater, because I think, as I recall right now, that is our lowest tier vehicle. Yeah, see, it's way back here. So I think that's the one that needs to go. So we'll wait for that production to stop, and I'll start fiddling with these parking spaces and see if this actually works. So parking right here. See, it's gonna go 1, 2, 3. So I'll do it at this spot, 1, 2, 3. And then do another one that is 2, 3. Too close to that one. 1, 2, 3, like that. I feel like we just need those 2 holding spaces. And then plop, plop. Okay, and then we change. First we get out of build mode. And we change this to poor to good. If quality is less than or equal to good, send to the repair workshop. Selling these vehicles is not allowed. Okay, and we go to this one and do the same thing. Like that. Okay, I feel like that is what we wanted, and then we go down to these and we change this to minimum is good, top is excellent, and then we do the same thing for this. Minimum is good and to excellent. So this car is excellent. This car is decent, so it should not be able to park down here. So yeah, he's taking that car because it needs to go. That car's fine. This car should not be here. Somebody bought it. Damn it. Man, I need you guys to be a little more finicky. Okay, the last one of these is rolling off. And that one's getting close. And it's decent, so it really should be leaving. Going up there. Nice, it's going up there. It's gonna go to one of those spots or straight to the garage? Straight to the garage. And here's one that is decent. Okay, so meanwhile we need to switch this production to the 2-seat Dream. Start that production, and nice. And then we can do the same with this one. 2-seat Dream, yes, play, or go, or whatever. And then fill those orders. Start building, boys. All right, see, now we have one that ended up in the right spot. So we just need a driver to come up here and move it. There he is. Nice. Okay, it's starting to work. That's going to help us a lot, I think. Okay, we got a bunch of money piled up again. I'm thinking we need to upgrade to get that last sales slot. Okay. Okay, and then we'll build the last sales slot. We put the car rotator on it. We get a little sales desk going, and I don't know if we can get to that sales desk. I feel like you can't. And then, yeah, we should start investing in some infrastructure for our salespeople. Just to improve things. Okay, and then I don't have a model to put on that yet, but we will. Oh, see, now these slots are getting full. So I'm running out of mechanics. Or I shouldn't be running out of drivers. I got a lot of them. All right, so he can go and take care of that car and then get rid of it. And then somebody can come get this truck and do that too. There he is. All right. Eventually, I will probably add another one of these. As production speeds up on the lines, that I'm going to have that. But we're looking good. Oh, we can stop listing this car. Change it over to this. Start the advertising. Release this car to the wild. Nice. Those are getting close to coming online. All right. Random color. Random color. Cool. I'm feeling like they should be bright red because red is faster. So we're going to do a production line that just does red ones. Because, you know, so the first one to come off the line is not the red I was imagining. Maybe this red. That looks also pink. I think that's the closest to bright red there is. So I guess that's the red. Really thought it was going to be more red. All right. The first one to be produced came out as good. Okay. Still getting good ones over here, and I feel like I shouldn't be. Okay. Alright, we're doing really good, really good. So let's invest some more over here. I need, I think, more assembly to speed up production as a first step. So I'm not going to add those assembly spots until I get automation, which is $3,000. So I'm going to get automation. I know it's only $18.91, but I feel like we can automate now. You know, robots, $18.91. I'm sure, you know, Nikola Tesla and stuff were working on that kind of thing, right? They were in Red Dead. I think that was $18.99. Close enough. Within a decade, close enough. All right, so robots are not cheap, though. Let me see what it's going to cost to add a robot arm to each assembly, like $2,500 each. So I feel like I got to save for that. It's gonna take a little before we get to that point. I'm always curious though. So that one's in poor shape, and I set these for poor to good. Okay. That's in decent shape. Decent. That one can go straight to the sales lot. That's good. How much were these garages? Maybe I need another one. Maybe I shouldn't wait. Oh. Yeah, I can. I think, no, I can't afford it. I'm at $2,500 right now. So I'll have to wait for that. We're getting close to the end of this one anyway. So maybe that's a next time issue. Get these salespeople going. We got a little while before this, which that's pretty cool looking. Looks a lot. It's hard to say what that is. It could be a Duesenberg. It could be a Chevy. There's a lot of vehicles in that era that kind of look similar to that. Thinking it's a doozy though. We'll see. All right, getting there. All right, now I can afford that, so I'm just going to buy it now so I don't forget it for the next one. Because I don't think, given how loud my children and their TV is getting right now, I don't know that I can keep doing this and keep a good recording. Okay, so now we have a second repair shop, so there's not so much of a line. Jeez, I got the cough. I'm totally out of water. Sucks. Alright, so I think that sets us up pretty good. We got 2 repair shops. We got cars just rolling off this assembly line. And they're selling pretty dang quick. We're looking pretty great. We got a lot of employees. 44 employees. I mean, this POS Makes is a pretty major concern at this point. Yeah. Alright. So I think that's a good spot to stop this time. So I'm gonna. Nice. We're looking really good on this one. We haven't even started on the technologies tiers. So, sweet.